Blessed love and blessings way up. We're going to talk up this Tony Harrison versus JERMELL CHARLO fight, and I'm going to give you guys my fight prediction. Let's talk about it.
Welcome to Real Life Boxing!
Blessed love and blessed day, oh boxing world, boxing nation, fighting world, fighting nation. It's Coach Fine. This is Real Life Boxing. As I said, Tony Harrison versus JERMELL CHARLO this weekend. They did the final presser yesterday. I'm gonna react to it and give you guys my final fight prediction. But before we get into it, y'all smash on that like button, hit the subscribe button, and the bell icon so you can be notified when all things are being uploaded on Real Life Boxing. It's getting cold, gotta be bundled up, you know what I'm saying? I was a little bit under the weather yesterday. I actually wanted to do this video yesterday, but yeah, under the weather. So let's talk about it.
You brought up the ankle. A lot of talk about
Tony Harrison and JERMELL CHARLO. JERMELL still pressing him
Is it better? Are you good?
about the ankle.
You got no choice. Don't even talk to me about that. I'm in the same. I'm on the same stage he's sitting on.
Tony Harrison says, "Don't talk to me about the ankle. I'm on the same stage that he's sitting on."
Ain't no excuses for me.
Fake injury. That's
Whatever you want. Everybody listen to me. Let me tell you something.
JERMELL CHARLO still pressing Tony Harrison about the injury, about the fake injury.
Once again, I'm gonna do.
Tony Harrison's not having it.
To a sucker that needs to be done to him. I just love everything about this. I love everything about the talking, it was the best thing that could happen to me type of speeches. Like
Tony Harrison has almost made himself kind of a star, you know what I'm saying, just from really talking up the fight, you know what I'm saying, just from approaching the pressers how he did.
JERMELL's back. So what I'm gonna do to JERMELL now that he's back on top? Now he knocked somebody out, he's back on top, right?
He's definitely a better talker than JERMELL.
And that's my job. My job is to just humble motherfuckers like him and just ease them of their pain.
Al Heyman did a great job. Fox did a great job. I'm glad that they showed my story. The undercard gonna be lit. Everything is done professionally and correct. The Detroit native will get what he deserves. I'm a man of my word, and I do what I do, and he knows.
JERMELL CHARLO says he is a man of his word, and he does what he does, and he promises to knock out the Detroit native. He is promising to knock out the Detroit native, Tony Harrison, on Saturday night. Now, reaction to the presser, like I said, all of these press conferences have been fairly entertaining. The weigh-in is today, so we'll see how that goes. But for the most part, all of the press conferences have been fairly entertaining. Both of these guys, Tony Harrison in particular, have done a great job selling the fight and just making the build-up really hype. You know what I'm saying? JERMELL has spazzed out a couple times. I've mentioned in videos that he doesn't do well expressing himself with words. You know what I'm saying? He's a fighter. You know what I mean? So Tony Harrison is definitely better with the wordplay than JERMELL CHARLO. But me personally, I think that JERMELL CHARLO is the better fighter. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it comes down to on Saturday night. So my fight prediction for this fight is, I felt like JERMELL CHARLO won the first fight. As you guys know, you guys been subscribed to my channel since then. I felt like Mel won the first fight. I didn't feel like Tony Harrison did enough to win the first fight. I felt like JERMELL won the first fight easily. I felt like Tony Harrison did some good things in that fight, but just not enough. I had JERMELL CHARLO winning. In this fight, I think that this fight is going to be a slightly better fight than the first fight. I think that Tony Harrison may take more chances in this fight, more risks that he didn't take in the first fight, because like I said, in order for Tony Harrison to win this fight, he has to do more this fight. He has to be more aggressive, and he has to come with more that he came with in the first fight. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of if you think that Tony Harrison won the first fight, you know, I'm pretty sure that all of us, you know, can agree that he didn't really do much. And if he did win it, he won it by a very small margin. And me personally, I don't think that he's going to win the fight fighting that way this time. I don't think that the judges will give it to him fighting that way this time. And I feel like he has to be more aggressive to win this fight. I think that both of these guys have power, and both of these guys could probably hurt each other if there was more engagement going on. So I look for Tony Harrison to take more chances in this fight. Not that many more chances. I'm not saying Tony Harrison is just going to go out there, you know, letting his hands go now. I'm just saying I think that he has to. You know what I'm saying? So I think that he will. And in doing that, I think that Jermell Charlo, he catches Tony Harrison. He stops Tony Harrison. Now, coming into this fight, we know that Tony Harrison pulled out of the first fight due to an ankle injury. I was hearing stories about him getting knocked out in training camp way before Jermell Charlo came out in the secondary press conference, in the first press conference for this fight. I was hearing things about Tony Harrison getting knocked out in training camp before that. So now that the story has come out that Tony Harrison, he did get knocked out in training camp. Well, it's alleged that he did get knocked out in training camp, that he really didn't have an ankle injury, or that he got knocked out in training camp and that's how the ankle injury occurred, because he got knocked out and rolled his ankle when he got knocked out. It's a few stories, but you know, one of the consistent stories is that he got clipped in training camp and got knocked out. So what I'm saying is, whether it was an ankle injury or him getting knocked out in training camp, it's not a good look leading up to the fight. If it was an ankle injury, how is his ankle going to be in this fight? You know what I'm saying? He moved a lot in the first fight, and I'm sure he's going to need that movement in this fight. So will he be able to be as mobile as he was in the first fight with this ankle injury? If it was him getting knocked out in sparring, will he be mentally prepared? Is that on the back of his conscience? Is that on his mind, not getting clipped, not getting knocked out? You know what I'm saying? So there's a few things, you know what I'm saying? There's a few things to think about, you know what I'm saying, in this fight. But I do think that either way, Jermell Charlo wins the fight, and I believe that he wins the fight by stoppage, and that is my fight prediction. I ain't going to do a fight breakdown. I think that Jermell is going to fight smarter than he did the first time. I don't think he's just going to go in there and rush it. If he does, he would be a fool, and if he does, Tony Harrison may beat him. But I'm expecting Jermell to go in there and fight a better fight and get the stoppage that he was looking for in the first fight. You guys tell me what y'all think about it in the comment section below. I'm looking forward to the fight. We will be going live, so you guys look out for that also. And keep fighting your fight and protect yourself at all times, man. Peace and one love. So if you like this video and you would like to see more great content like this on the channel, go to the PayPal link or the Cash App link in the description and show your appreciation by donating any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. This is Real Life Boxing.